Oh, I didn't see you there. That's so embarrassing. Oh my god. Hey. Okay. Oh my god. I'm so fat that every time I go to sit down, it knocks, it like knocks my phone over. Wait. Okay, so today I'm gonna kind of be doing a little story time. I'm gonna be talking about some of my personal experiences with men. I'm not gonna like do the whole thing where I'm like, oh, all men suck, all men are awful. I know there's good guys out there. I know some of you are probably watching this. Maybe, I don't know if you are. Come find me, because I haven't found you yet. For some reason, just all of my experiences have been really, really bad. Okay, I want to make clear too for this video, I am the first person to admit I am not perfect. I was not perfect in these relationships. I had my own fault. I was dealing with mental health stuff. I had a lot of issues, so I'm sure they could probably come back and they would have a story about me, but my stories are better. And if you happen to be watching this and I'm talking about you, I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. Okay, I'm not using names for a reason unless you personally know me and you know who I'm talking about. Like no one's gonna know I'm talking about you, and you know, maybe you shouldn't have done me dirty. First guy, we all know that guy that's, you know, trying to be an aspiring rapper or whatever. You know, he has a SoundCloud. He took me out on a date. He invited me to a concert. So he comes to pick me up, and I'm honestly like really looking forward to this. I'm like, no one ever asked me out on dates. Finally, I'm going out on a date, and he picks me up, and he's like, we gotta go stop and pick up my homie. Is this a three-way date? I wasn't aware. Okay, kicks me out into the back seat. He picks up his friend. He gets in the passenger seat. And I'm just like, I didn't know I was getting gangbanged tonight. So we get to the concert. It's some random, you know, artist I've never heard of. It was like a local or something. And they have an area that's for 21 and up, and then there's an area for everyone else. And I was like 19. I wasn't 21 yet. He and his friend were. They left me. We get to the venue, they leave me. They go into the 21 and up section. I swear they left me alone for a good like 20-30 minutes. I'm not joking. They like bought drinks. They sat in there and they drank, and I was all by myself. Like, I was supposed to be on a date. I got left alone. And I start making friends with this girl, because what else are you gonna do? So I start talking to this girl. Finally, they come back. The concert's beginning. He starts grinding with the girl I made friends with. Like, right in front of me, literally right next to me, he's grinding with this girl, and I'm like, what? Like, was I mistaken? Did you not invite me out on this date? Did I miss something? I obviously, like, I get mad. I walk out of the concert. I walk out. Okay, you know when guys do this, they act like they don't know what they did wrong. They're like, what? He's like, what did I do? What's wrong? What did I do? I'm like, what? Was I not seeing you dancing with another girl right in front of me? Like, what? And he's like, I don't understand what your problem is. I don't know why you're upset. Just come back inside. Come back inside. And I was like, no, sorry, no, like, this has just gone horribly from the very beginning. I was like, I'm gonna go. I'm calling my friends to pick me up. So this guy comes back to my house the next day because I left stuff in his car. He had to come bring it to me. He comes to my front door. He has the audacity to ask me to pay him back for the ticket. Okay, I know what you're thinking. I know, like, my hair is absolute trash right now. I know. I'm sorry I didn't shower for this video. I should have put in more effort. I'm sorry. Okay, next story. So I hung out with this guy who was super religious, which is fine. That's totally fine. You can be really religious. I don't care. He and I hooked up, and he calls me one day, and he's all serious. He's like, I gotta talk to you about something. I have to ask you a question. He goes, is there a possibility you might have an STD? And I'm thinking to myself, no, I don't have any symptoms. No, I've been tested regularly. Like, no. And he goes, well, I think you might have given me scabies. Yeah, you heard me right, scabies. First of all, scabies isn't really considered an STD. Like, you can get scabies from sharing clothes, from just touching. Like, you don't have to have sex to get scabies. That you could have gotten that from anyone. Second of all, gross. Gross. Third of all, I think I would know if I had scabies. I just think that's something you would know. And that was the end of the conversation, whatever. It was weird. He comes at me the next day. He sends me this like really long text message. And the text message basically says, he's like, the real reason I stopped talking to you is because I believe having sex before marriage is wrong, and I was wrong for having that with you. You really shouldn't let someone sleep with you so easily, Sophia. You should respect yourself more. I'm sorry, but the last I checked, there were 2 people involved here. Unless I was like imagining the whole thing, I was having sex with a ghost. I don't know. There were 2 people involved. You were there. Your penis was involved. It takes 2 to tango. Maybe you should respect yourself more, huh? That's not my problem. Like, I'm sorry you feel guilty about whatever you did, but that's not my fault. And don't push your beliefs on me. I don't believe that having sex before marriage is wrong. So don't push those beliefs on me. That's fine for you to believe that, but don't push them on me. He was known as Scabies Boy after that. Okay, so I dated a guy. He was 24. I was 20, so, like, I thought I was hot shit. I was like, I'm dating a guy that's 24. He's 4 years older than me. So he was the first boyfriend I had that actually fell over Valentine's Day. He was the first guy that I was dating during Valentine's Day. So I was really excited about it. I was like, oh my God, I finally have a man on Valentine's Day, finally. Oh. And you want to know what we did on Valentine's Day, folks? He made me sit outside in a lawn chair in the pouring rain, watch him play a flag football game. No one else was watching. It was so awkward. I was the only one sitting there watching. Afterwards, he takes me to a Chinese buffet. Don't get me wrong, I love me some Chinese food. I love me a buffet. I will stuff my face. Not on Valentine's Day. Don't take me to a Chinese buffet. So that was a fun Valentine's Day. That was fun. Same guy, we're on a trip in San Francisco over spring break, and I'm sitting next to him on the BART bus, and I literally see him like texting a girl with the name Lizzie Tinder. Her name is Lizzie Tinder in his phone. Of course, I'm like, who's Lizzie Tinder? Why are you talking to a Tinder girl? And he like tells this whole story. He's like, oh no, we matched like a while ago before you and I even dated. I ran into her at the bar last week, and like she made me add her on like social media, and we're just friends. Like she knows you and I are dating. And how dumb do you have to be to literally have her name is Lizzie Tinder in your phone? If you're gonna talk to a Tinder girl, at least like be discreet about it. You don't have to make her last name Tinder. I kid you not. I'm stalking this girl's page, this girl that he was talking to on the trip. Of course, what else do you do? So I'm stalking her page. Less than 2 weeks after we broke up, she is posting a photo with him, like a coupley photo. They look like a couple of the 2 of them on a hike. She's posting a photo with some like cute caption. This is the girl you said, like, you don't have to worry about her, babe. She's just a friend. It don't look like she's just a friend. I really overkilled the highlighter today. It literally looks like I just like dunked my head in some butter, like got all up in there. So this is a story about how I found out my ex was stripping at the gay strip club. So he tells me he has to go back home, and he has various things to do. He has to like fix up his car. He has to get some stuff from his house to bring back to Eugene. I'm like, okay. So he's gone for like a week, 2 weeks, whatever. I did something. I will not condone this. You shouldn't do this. I did do it. It was wrong. I shouldn't have. But while he was sleeping, I looked through his phone. I put in his password and I looked through his phone. And he had this person in his phone. The name was Brian. And I'm reading these text messages and they're like very flirty, like calling each other sexy, calling each other babe. There's a conversation between the two of them about my ex stripping at this strip club in Portland called Silverado. It's a gay strip club. And I'm reading this like, what? Like, this is what he was doing while he was home. This is what he was doing. What? At the same time, I'm like, not only did he lie to me about that, he's also cheating on me with this person. Like, he's obviously talking to this girl, and like he changed her name to Brian so that I wouldn't know, so that I wouldn't be suspicious. And what do? I text the number. I'm like, hey, this is blah, blah, blah's girlfriend. Like, please text me at this number. I give him my number. So this person starts texting me during my class, and I'm kind of like trying to get some answers from him. I'm like, so is he gay? Like, what's going on? Are you a girl? Are you a guy? And they text me back and they're like, I'm sorry to break it to you, but I'm a guy. Like, my name is actually Brian. In the text messages, I saw like this person had bought him underwear to wear and was like sending him Snapchats in this underwear that he bought him. All this sort of stuff, like apologizing for kissing him at the club. At this point, I'm like, okay, this guy cheated on me with a man. Like, he stripped at the gay strip club and he cheated on me with a man. Like, this isn't real life. This isn't real life. He was trying to tell me that it was all kind of like a joke and that he was messing with him and that he was using this guy to just get money out of him, that he was using him for money, and that it was like his friend was on it too and they were just kind of like using this older guy to get money. Whether that's true or not, I don't know, whatever. Bottom line is, that's cheating to me. You cheated on me. You lied to me about what you were doing. It's over. So those are some of my stories. I have so many more. I could tell so many more, but this video is already way too long. I want to hear if you guys have any of your own crazy stories. Please tell me. Maybe it'll make me feel like I'm not so alone in all of this. And crazy stuff happens to other people too. So please let me know if you have your own insane stories. Bye.